Welcome, citizens of the verse. Valsim here. Great to have you back on the channel. If you are just getting started in Star Citizen or exploring the mining profession for the first time, you are in the right place. Until recently, solo miners had only one solid option, the MISC Prospector. It's a fantastic ship with amazing cockpit visibility and my go-to for solo mining. Much easier to handle alone than the mole, which, let's be honest, was never meant to be flown solo. But today we are not here to talk about the Prospector. We are here to talk about something new, something that shows CIG is starting to embrace solo gameplay in a much bigger way. A few weeks ago, CIG dropped the Drake Golem, a compact entry-level solo mining ship. For the first time, we have an alternative to the Prospector. Much like the MISC Fortuna gave us a solo salvage option alongside the Vulture, the Golem is here to expand the mining game for lone players. At first, I wasn't really interested. I love my Prospector and it does everything I need. But then, patch 4.1.1.1 dropped and it changed everything. I recorded the test that you will see in this video in the PTU, but most probably when you are watching this video, the patch will be already live in PU. With this patch, CIG finally fixed a long-standing issue with mining pods. Argo, MISC and now Drake pods now safely snap to the freight elevator, and more importantly, you can now access those pods through local inventory at the refinery deck. No more forced refining or selling from your ship, no more stuck containers on your cargo grid, and yes, you can now store refined ore in local inventory. That is huge. But here's the catch. These changes really benefit group play like orcs or multi-crew setups. You will need extra ships and players to swap pods from a mole or Prospector. And for solo players, that used to be a dead end. Until now. The Drake Golem fits inside the Hercules C2. That means you can load the Golem and several extra pods into your C2 and mine longer, haul more and make fewer trips, all while playing completely solo. Before you begin, always claim and spawn the Golem first before you call in the C2. Be careful where you park it. I initially parked mine outside the hangar pad thinking it was safe. But when I spawned the C2, the hangar pad dropped and my Golem disappeared. Although it was not on the hangar pad. Frustrating, time wasting and totally avoidable. My solution? Park your Golem inside the freight elevator before calling the C2. It's not easy, but it works. It keeps your ship safe and ready to load. Haven't tested if calling the Golem from an outpost works. If you have tried that, please let me know in the comments below.
I'm continuously monitoring all systems, ensuring every parameter is precise. Readiness is maintained at all times. Steadfast in the void.
I made for this recording two tests. Test 1, pod switching inside the C2, and test 2, when the Drake pods are switched outside the C2. Before starting with the test, however, I want to show you how I did with the Golem when I call him first in the hangar. You have to park it inside the freight elevator. This is the only safe place where you can put the Golem and to be safe and not to disappear when you are calling your C2. It is not easy, it's tricky, but it's the only way. Engines off.
The engines are off.
When the golem is safely parked inside the freight elevator, you have to call your C2. And as you see, I'm calling the C2 and my golem is still inside the freight elevator and is not disappearing. When the C2 is parked, you have to move the golem from the freight elevator. Again, it is the same issue. The height is not bigger, so you have to be very careful and patient in order to move it inside the hangar. After that, slowly you have to move the golem inside the C2. I do not know whether the design of the golem is made with the idea that the golem can fit inside the C2, but he fits very well and straightforward. It's not easy to park it, but it fits, and this is a game change for a solo miner. You need to be patient and to really carefully move the golem while inside the C2 because you don't have a lot of space, but as you see, it fits perfectly and you can land safely inside the C2. The other major update and bug fix in 4.1.1 is related to the mining bags. Finally now they can stay safely at the freight elevator. They are not disappearing. So I'm taking here the Drake Golem pods and I'm transferring them through the freight elevator, and this is something that is game changing for the miners. You see, they are here, they are not snapped under the floor, and you can take them safely from the freight elevator and put them in your cargo ship or your mining ship. The first test focuses on swapping pods inside the C2. How many pods can you bring? How easy is it to swap them? Do you need a specific parking position? I brought 5 empty Drake pods to give myself enough room to move the golem. Once you are in the terminus system, head to one of the OM points, then fly to a nearby asteroid belt, a great mining area with lower chances of player interference. Keep your C2 within 20 kilometers of your mining spot to avoid losing it in space. If you lose track of your C2, you lose your extra pods and your efficiency. Mining with the golem is straightforward. This isn't a ship review, so I will keep the mining clips short. But I was genuinely surprised by the out-of-the-box performance of the golem. It's a very capable little miner, even in its default setup. And yes, it can be improved with modules later on. If you are new to mining, the golem is a great ship to start with, and you will be cracking rocks in no time. Okay. It's not easy, but it's possible. Let's see what we have. Since we are testing the use of golem with several Drake pods, I will take everything that I found. Lights on.
Lights on.
Gear up.
Raising landing modules.
Later in this video, during the second test I'm doing, I will show you the golem in action, how he is mining and how it's cracking rocks. But for now, let's concentrate on the first test, meaning that when your golem is full with ore, you want to bring him back in your C2 and to park it inside. Once it's parked safely inside the C2, we will start the test how to move and switch the pods. I'm showing here how slowly I'm parking the golem inside the C2, because it's very easy to make a mistake and hit your ship, the C2, and then that could be with big consequences to you. Take your time to park the ship inside the C2. Don't be in a hurry. And park the ship in the middle of the cargo grid of the C2. You will see in a few moments why. Very important, put the VTOL. Ooh. Forgot about that. But it's true that I never parked any ship for the moment on the C2, inside the C2. So, okay. So, what I wanted to test, in fact, and that's why now when I'm ready I can make the test, although maybe this is not the best. So, imagine that your golem Drake pods are full, both of them, so you want to change them inside the C2, because the test I'm doing is when you are making this as a solo player. So, first of all, engines on. Still strange engines I see. And here you have to unlock all the ports. Then power off everything. And why you have to do this? Because when you unlock the ports, you will be able to remove the Drake pods from the golem and change them with the spare ones. And that's my test, because that's the plus. If everything can be done inside the C2, then you're safe, and then you can indeed take more pods with you, not only the 2 available with the golem. So let's try. No weapon. So I want to remove this one. It's tricky, and as you see, that's why you have to put the VTOL on to allow to remove the pod, because when the VTOL is off, you will not be able to remove the pod. You click and you go down. And you move. Not easy. I think it's more when you have the green snap. Okay, now you see I removed the green snappy, and then that can stays there. See, now it's empty. We have to do the same with the second pot. Do I have place? Yes, I have place. So let's move it from here. The problem is, you see, now, and that's a problem. In the C2, the second pot, it's above the cargo where you can snap the boxes. So when it is like that, unfortunately, you see, I will try it. When I come with the pod, he's registering to snap it to the cargo, but not to snap it to the golem ship, which is a problem. So the only place, you see, and now it's a problem. Yeah, I move it. So the only place where this can be done, it is here, and this place here you can normally not put a pot. There is no snapping on the floor, and that's why that's allowing me to put and to remove, but especially to put a new pot here. So it is not perfect. How I can do that? No, it's not. The snapping cannot happen. Or I have to move the ship. Let's try. So it's taking time. I'm not happy with that. So just for the test. So and you see here, I don't have any snapping on the floor. So if I move correctly, you see, I can snap it. So this is done. So now let's move the ship further forward to try. It's okay. Can also leave from here. Yes. So now you see, even that, I think I can go. Let's check now. And now it's working. So that's the workaround, you see, because the ship, especially both Drake pods, have to be in the middle of the cargo grid of the C2 in order to be able to snap it to the ship and not to the grid. But as you see, it's working. Okay, good. So that can
Acknowledged, Commander.
be a good workaround, and in fact make it possible that you use your golem with the C2 as a solo player, and you can have as maximum as 6 times 16 SU of Drake pods with you in the C2 in order to allow those movements with the golem, but it's possible, so it's a different gameplay. So this is, I think, the best setup if you want to use the golem in space, to mine in space, not at the planet side. So you have
Acknowledged.
You have here 8, and you have here 4. So in total 12 16 SU Drake pods. And then the golem is going here. Enough place. Even I think I have 1 more meter to go inside the ship with the golem. Let's see now when we close. Perfect. Perfect match. Alright, and I have place. I can go further, yes. Yeah. Alright. Now for test number 2. Can you switch pods in open space without docking the golem back into the C2? You saw already that you can carry 12 Drake pods inside the C2 together with your golem. Is it difficult or easy? How fast can you swap them? I will show you now everything from positioning to EVA handling to docking tips. Oh, panels. I don't need panels. Because I'm testing, I will just take everything that I have. I will try, of course, always to take tier 1. So I will position the ship in the middle. So I take first this spot, and then the other two will be not far. There's a lot of spots around. I try to keep the C2 in a distance not more than 20k, because it's very easy to lose the ship and not to be able to find it. So far, good. That's a good one. It's going well. It's very powerful. So we are full, and let's find our ship. It's here. So let's now test the changing of the Drake pods when in space and when the ship, the Golem, will remain in space and will not enter the C2. Okay, so in fact I will not enter, but I will park it very close to the entrance. I think that's it. It's enough. Close enough. Now, very important thing before leaving the Golem, you have to unlock all the ports so that we can remove the Drake pods on the Golem. And of course, do not forget to have helmet. And a multi-tool, of course. Okay. The first one is out. I was of the opinion that I was parked better. And the second one, and it is much easier compared to the difficulties I had when I had to do that inside the C2. Definitely this is much more easier. So let's place the first one. As you can see, this can be done as a solo, but definitely if you have a friend with you to help you do that and keep the C2 safe, it's better. So okay, you see, very good. Let's take the other one. And just remember where you put the full ones. And here, what normally many players already asked, why you cannot put labels on the containers, so you can, come on, so you can really see and know that those two are full and those two are empty. But yeah, it is, I don't think so difficult, but it will be much easier and very useful. Not in a hurry, slowly. No, that's almost okay. Like this. Perfect. Good. And as you see, ship ports unlocked. Let's lock them. And leave our ship. With 12 empty Drake pods in the C2 cargo plus the 2 on the Golem, so in total 14 pods, you can have 7 mining trips during your unique C2 trip to Aron Hello in Stanton or Terminus Belt in Pyro. This is not bad at all. I will not show you now one more mining with the Golem, but want more to show you how to handle and how I tested the moving of the empty and full Drake pods. So in less than 1 hour we filled 6 16 SU Drake pods. Not bad at all. Now this is the way, so you have still 8 empty Drake pods that this is 4 more runs, so in total 7 runs. But what I want to test is the way that now you can efficiently move the Drake pods from the front of the C2, because now we finish everything that it was from behind via the rear door. But let's see now how convenient it is to move those boxes, those Drake pods, when the back is used and you have to switch the Drake pods from the front of the ship. Oh no, server error. Good. No. I will hit the thing. Yeah. Where I am. Okay. Okay, can I go out? Good. It's like that, okay. We are back and everything is here. Good, good, good. We are back to business. So, I have to move things, but let's do like that. I can put them here. You know, it's not a big deal. And normally for the 8 remaining, the changes should happen from the front of the C2. Take this one. The golem is there, not so far. And just EVA. Still not very, sure how to put it in the golem, but with the time this will be much more easier and faster. Perfect. And so you can continue like that, but for the moment I will stop because the remaining pots, it's clear how can be used, but here just to make it easy, just come on. Good. You close here. It's closing. Perfect. And the last one. Perfect. So perfect, but now, come on. We are ready. Let's bring back home our golem. Request landing permission.
Request for docking sent.
You can sell the full Drake pods at the 4 big stations in Pyro. You can sell the raw material or you can refine. You have, when you land at the station, you have to move from the C2, the full Drake pods, directly to the freight elevator. And from there, when you send the elevator, they will be registered to your local inventory. Gear down.
The landing gear is down and locked.
And when you go to the refinery deck, you can select directly from your local inventory and you can sell immediately the raw material or request refining the material, where you can also select directly from your local inventory. Alright, citizens, that wraps up today's deep dive into solo mining with the Drake Golem and the Hercules C2 combo. With the changes introduced in patch 4.1.1, mining has become more flexible than ever for solo players. No more stuck cargo, no more limited refining options, and finally, a way to swap mining pods and extend your operations like never before. This new flexibility makes solo mining more enjoyable than ever. With the Golem plus C2 combo, you can mine for hours with multiple pods, return once, and haul in a massive load all by yourself. These new mechanics open up a whole new level of gameplay. And remember, preparing your golem correctly, managing pod logistics, and planning your routes are key to making the most of this setup. In the next episode, I will push the limits even further, testing long-haul solo mining runs, full pod rotations, and showing you the most efficient setups for profit and safety. If this helped you out, give the video a like, subscribe to stay updated, and drop any tips or questions you have in the comments below. I would love to hear how you are using the golem yourself. Until next time, safe flying, clear rocks, and may your SEU always be full. Valsim out.